Well, hey guys, Pastor Chris here. Excited you've joined us again for Rise and Shine. And I'm still hanging out in the book of Exodus and reading about the detail and the intricacy in which God gives the Israelites instruction on how they're to build the tabernacle. Right? He's telling them at literally every detail, the measurements, the materials, the colors, exactly what to use. And one of the elements of the tabernacle is the veil. Now, oftentimes we read this and we really don't think much about it. But here's the reality. In the Old Testament, God had to be separated from man because of our sin. That's why we needed that veil. It was that safe place of separation. That's why it was so important when we read that Jesus was crucified. We read about the veil tearing in the temple. You see, it's because of God's love and God's grace on our lives that no longer do we have to be separated from His presence. Right? Because of Jesus, because of what He accomplished on the cross, because of what He accomplished in the empty tomb, we can now walk hand in hand with God. You see, so often I think that's something that we take for granted. Right? We don't really take ownership of that responsibility, of that privilege, really, because that's what it is. You see, God loves us so much, so much, that He says, I'm going to come down there to you guys. I'm going to come in human form. I'm going to come in the flesh. I'm going to live. I'm going to suffer. I'm going to die, and I will rise again, all so that you may walk hand in hand with me, just like Adam and Eve did in the garden. You see, I think so often we miss the importance of that relationship. And really, we take it for granted. We miss the value of that intimacy. We miss what God is trying to do and the love, really, that God is expressing to us. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing that we could do for God. There's nothing that we could do, nothing that we could give that He doesn't already have. And He doesn't want our stuff. He doesn't want all of these things that we try to manifest and make seem important. He just wants to walk with us. He just wants to talk with us. He just wants to have a relationship with us. So I want to challenge you this week. As you're going through your daily walk, as maybe you're setting time aside to be with God, to pray with God, I want to challenge you to really lean in to those moments. Press into that time. Put away the distractions and give God the honor that God is due, because He's given you that very same honor. Because no longer is there a veil separating us from His presence. He's standing right there next to us. And all He wants is to hang out with us. All He wants is to hang out with you. So let's give God the attention that He deserves. Let's reciprocate the love that He's poured out on us. I love you guys. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.